A new and alarming threat to aviation safety is emerging. Cyber spoofing, in case air travel didn't make you nervous already. A high-risk menace capable of causing major disruptions and potentially even fatal consequences. Flights operating near Delhi and several other major airports across India have reported repeated instances of something called GPS spoofing and interference in the navigation systems of aircraft over the past 1 year. In a written reply in the Rajya Sabha, Civil Aviation Minister Rammohan Naidu has confirmed that GPS spoofing incidents occurred during GPS-based landing approaches on Runway 10 at Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport. Pilots were forced to switch to contingency procedures and multiple approaching flights reported similar interference. The minister also revealed that since the Directorate General of Civil Aviation made incident reporting mandatory in late 2023, several other major airports, including Kolkata, Amritsar, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bengaluru and Chennai, have flagged GPS interference as well. The big question now, who is behind GPS spoofing near our major airports? Who is attempting to trigger these mid-air scares, and why is the big question. Okay, joining me live now to make sense of how serious this is, what passengers need to know and what pilots go through. Jiten Jain is a cyber expert. Dr. Vandana Singh is an aviation expert and chairperson of the Aviation Cargo Federation of Aviation Industry in India. Dr. Vandana Singh, I'd like to start with you. This is alarming. The Minister for Civil Aviation in Parliament says GPS spoofing has been recorded to have happened at multiple airports in the country, including our major metropolitan airports. How serious is this? How do you see this?
Firstly, thank you for having me on your show. I'm honored. Coming on to the seriousness, I think the writing is on the wall. It is extremely serious. It's not just India. Please see the geopolitical sphere as such, the conflict zones that are there. We have to understand that we are not surrounded by friends. We are also near conflict zones. As you rightfully mentioned, approach from the Dwarka side, runway 10. There are a lot of spoofing incidents that are already reported over here. This threat is serious. It needs speed, it needs scientific precision, and it needs seriousness from our side. And incidents now are going above 500, as we know. A lot of spoofing incidents have been coming in since October. And since we are already going through Operation Sindoor, I really don't have to, read that loud that a lot is happening from Amritsar, Jammu and Kashmir and all of those areas. So this is a real threat, not just to national security as such, to cyber security as well as to the aviation world. And we are living in a real world as it is happening all over right now. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, Jiten, who is doing this? Who is doing this GPS spoofing? What is the intent? Is the intent to cause some kind of catastrophe? What is the intent? Who is doing this, Jiten?
Look, Shiv, there are a couple of things. We have seen many examples of, GPS signals being jammed or blocked in conflicts. We have seen on Ukraine-Russia conflict where EU president was claiming that her aircraft was, in problem because GPS signals were jammed by Russians. We have seen on the North Korean border. We have seen in many other conflicts in Syria and all. But this is the first time where we are seeing a consistent reports by pilots of GPS spoofing, not jamming. Jamming is where you block the signals, and spoofing is where you are trying to fake the signals and trying to give a false location and false navigational data to the aircraft. Now, imagine normally a satellite would broadcast a GPS signal over 20,000 kilometers above the Earth. Now, those signals are very weak. Now, if you are able to spoof those signals and amplify them with a better strength by using a fake GPS signal spoofer, the devices are more likely to receive that data and believe that strong signal as the real signal. And this is what is happening. But you also have to see that since aircraft pilots are reporting this GPS spoofing problem, and that too over an airport which is spread over at least 5 to 10 kilometers of square mile areas. So this is not a normal GPS spoofing going on using a very small antenna. Somebody
I
would
get it.
require,
Yeah.
good strength and a bigger antenna to, spoof the signals at a scale of 5 to 7 kilometers. And this is not only happening at the airport near the runway 10. There are many users, if you go on social media, who have been, claiming that in the vicinity of around 10 kilometers of Delhi airport, their delivery guys are losing the way. I myself, few days back when I went to the airport,
That's
I was
crazy.
right at the gate of E3 and it was saying that I'm 2.5 kilometers away. So somebody is doing it in a very coordinated manner, maybe using multiple devices.
No, but what is the
maybe
what is the
to a
intent? The
mechanism
intent.
what we have not known earlier.
I want to know what Dr. Vandana Singh. What is the intent? Is the intent to disrupt
Obviously.
and create chaos, or is it to create an accident of some kind? I'm trying to get some
Some sort of
clarity on that.
tragedy, of
Jiten,
course.
first to you.
Okay, Shiv, it is
they're
a combination of both.
Sorry. Dr. Vandana first. I'll come to you, Jiten.
Yeah.
It is a combination of both. It is definitely to create chaos. It is definitely to create confusion. And this will eventually lead to a catastrophic event. Do not forget, Shiv, that 25th December last year, I was again on this channel or another channel. There was a Azerbaijan Embraer 190 crash. And it was confirmed GPS spoofing. Of course, it was over a conflict zone, don't forget, where they were denied landing, but the pilots were brave enough to heroically land it, across the sea. But 39 lives were lost and 28 injuries were there. That was clear GPS spoofing event along with jamming. And this is happening near a conflict zone. So to answer your question, yes, the intent is serious. We are soon to become the third largest economy in the world, replacing Germany and Japan. Very close to it. We are a rising global power, and all eyes are on us. And here, disruptions are happening.
So, Jiten, what is the solution then? Is it about more pilot training? Is it a technology defense? How do we fight this?
No, not that every aircraft would not be able to land if the GPS signals are spoofed. Ultimately, experienced pilot will shift to a ILS system, ground-based the radar navigation will be used. But, for international airports like Delhi, where traffic is so huge that every second minute you have a couple of flights landing, so you'll be able to create chaos and confusion. And within that chaos and confusion, a smallest human error or, maybe a shortage of fuel and a spoofed GPS signal or the low visibility might lead to a catastrophe. So you are taking a 1 out of 100 chance where a pilot may not be successfully able to land a plane because of this confusion. Now, second, it is happening at multiple airports, and mind you, all of these are international airports. These are not small domestic airports.
Yeah.
These are airports with the highest volume of passenger traffic in India. So the only way what you could do, we have to monitor the time and location of navigational spoofing, because GPS does three things. It is location, time, and navigational data both. So you have to first figure out whether it is a singular source which is doing all this over a bigger area, or there are multiple synchronized small antennas, small sources which are doing it. Two, if you look at the kind of frequency and strength of signal and try and match it against the same spoofing data available at the different airports, you might be able to figure out whether it is a single actor or multiple actors using the similar technology.
So, but
Third,
passengers...
we don't know. We don't know whether somebody is mounting some sort of spoofer on a truck and doing it on a moving object. You don't know whether it is a rogue aircraft or a rogue airline doing it. I'm telling you with a lot of responsibility, it is not possible to mount a huge tower in the broad daylight in Delhi and get away with this. Somebody is having a moving object with these towers. It might be a truck within your territory. It might be a flying object. It might be actually a civilian aircraft of a rogue airline who are trying to test waters.
That is seriously scary. I've got 30 seconds left on the show. Dr. Vandana, the fact that the minister has said all these things in Parliament obviously means that the government is cognizant and hopefully, dealing with it and doing some of those things that you and Jiten are talking about right now. But I want to end by asking you, should passengers be worried? Is there anything they need to do? Is there anything they can do, or they just need to continue to fly?
Passengers do not need to be worried, Shiv, because the pilots are well trained to land equipment, to land aircrafts under such conditions. This is not a situation which will lead to accidents, but it can be a serious threat that we have discussed. It needs a multi-pronged approach. The government is working on a multi-pronged approach as we speak, even looking at our own, navigation of our own satellites, 11 which are already in orbit, on the Indian constellation and
Yeah.
really see how they can plan on that side as far as satellite upgrade is concerned, and on the other side, really to get back into the raw data. That means the old way of ILS and all of it, so that there is no such panic.
Thanks
so
for-
everybody, hands on the deck. Over to you.
Thank you for making sense of this for us, because it is an obscure subject that most people will sort of reflectively feel worried about, but understanding it, at least being mindful of it, perhaps, is the only thing we can do right now, and hope that the government is taking all actions necessary, because India, let's make no mistake, is definitely a target. Thank you very much, Jiten, Dr. Vandana Singh, for joining me here on Left, Right and Center. That's it in the show. Thanks for watching. News Night with Rahesha Saigal is next.